I'm not. Indians are from the Confederacy.
That's the Chickamauga's flag. That flag don't have nothing to do. If you
why you think this flag don't have nothing to do with white supremacy when it got the X on it? Do you know what the X means?
What do you mean X? It still has it was took from us, just like everything was took from us.
Listen.
No.
What does the X on this flag mean?
That don't mean anything. All that means.
It does mean something. Y'all
what
just
does
be trying to put titles on it and y'all don't know what it means.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That was the black land. That was the Chickamauga's flag.
What does the X... Okay, I get what you're saying, who the flag was for. What does the X on this flag stand for? That's what I'm saying. People just want to say that this day flag and this for the tribes and this and that. This is the fucking St. Peter cross, man. St. Anthony actually got unalived on a cross like this. But a lot of people don't even understand that, but they call it their flag. This is a Crusader flag. This is straight from the Catholic Church. So if this is your flag, you are part of the Catholic Church and you are part of the problem. You're part of the Boule. Okay? Because this flag right here is connected to the Boule. Anybody that says that they're Confederate is connected to the Boule. I don't care if it's a tribe or not. Everybody knows tribes are clan tribes. That's the clan members and shit. That's not us. We don't even associate ourselves with this flag. Let me show you something. My daughter was actually taking a road trip, and she was like, Mom, look at this. You see this? Do you think that's hate or heritage, bro? Because it has nothing to do with so-called copper color people. Not us, not the original people. Not the Native Americans and the Algonquins and the Iroquois. Yes, they're part of the Confederacy. They're part of the Klan. That's the people that actually took the original people down on the land. Okay? So back to the topic. What does this flag mean to y'all? Y'all could join a panel and answer the question. Because I'm trying to see why people think this is a flag. All the question is what the X mean. This is the whole thing. What does the damn X mean on the flag? Nobody wants to study for real. Everybody just wants to say, hey, this is my shit because I'm an Indian. Oh, you an Indian, huh? You don't know that Indians are invaders and crusaders on the land? Why you think they got reservations and you don't? Think about this shit I'm saying. Why you think they got casinos and you don't? Alright? I know why. Because we got the land. Right? We have the land. They don't have no land. You got to go through government subsidies and stuff. That's the Confederates. That's your prisoners of war. Is your American Indians and your fucking Native Americans. But we're no prisoners of war at all. Right. Y'all join the panel. I don't know why y'all so timid about this damn question. Y'all could definitely join the panel and stop being so timid about the damn question. It's a simple question. Is it hate or heritage? One person just came up here and said that's the Chickamauga flag. I don't give a fuck if that's the Chickasaw flag. I don't give a fuck. What does the X on this flag mean? If you don't know what the X mean on the flag, why the hell you claiming it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And y'all could tap the screen and come on the damn panel if y'all want to. Because I know a lot of people be scared about this conversation right here. I don't know why. I have no idea. Because people just want to go with this motherfucking program and say, hey, this is my stuff. When it's not your stuff. It doesn't belong to you, love. Halito, welcome to the panel. Halito, welcome to the panel. What you think about this flag? You got the shit. Nobody wants to answer about this flag. This is crazy. But everybody wants to claim it and say it's theirs, but don't even know what the X and the stars mean on the flag. I'll wait till somebody come on a panel. I got all day for this shit right here. All day long. Because I see people say, oh, this is my flag. Okay. If this is your flag, come up here and explain to me. Explain to me how it's your flag. Explain to me how it's your heritage. Explain to me how you a damn Indian too. Why you in the meanwhile? Just explain all that stuff to me. Because Indians are invaders and crusaders, bro. They come from the Catholic Church. Anything about an Indian is Catholic. Why you think they have this so-called spirituality, the spirit of God, the Holy Spirit? Y'all got to keep up. Because we don't have a spirituality. We're not spiritual. Indian is spiritual, not the Thero people. We're not spiritual. We don't have a spirit. Not soul. We got soul train and soul food, not spirit food, soul food. You know what I mean? So whenever y'all ready to come up on the panel, answer the question, we could get the dialogue in. The original flag is indigenous. Yeah, the original flag is indigenous, but the original people don't need a flag for staking a claim. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. The indigenous people are literally, according to the law, they are aliens. They're not even original people or land, because when we're talking about titles and stuff like that, every title, I don't care what the title is, mother, father, sister, brother, whatever the case may be, it comes from the Catholic Church. All of it. Right? So if you know how the dynamic of the family is set up, right? You got a mother and a father. The father is the head of the church, which is the head of the estate. The mother is the nun, and she's over the finances and the docking and the accounting and shit like that. If you know how that's set up, then you know everything comes from the Catholic Church. How I just ran it through. Right? That's what a mother and father is supposed to be facilitating within their trust, which is their house. Right? And all that stuff comes from the Catholic Church. And the reason why you need a trust is because of the Catholic Church and this Confederate flag. Right? So, I don't know if anybody did their genealogy right, but when you go into your genealogical records, it's going to show you, right? It's going to show you who is who. If you're doing a real research, it's going to break down who came when and when and what happened, okay? So, like in the 1700s in Louisiana, we know the French and the Spanish came, right? So we also know in the 1600s that the Jesuits came, right? So you running that stuff back like that to find out who this flag is actually for. And it's for the Indians. It's for the indigenous. We're not Indians or indigenous. We're thorough. We can't be no titles according to the 13th Amendment. Ain't no titles. If that says that, then why people over here calling themselves Indians and shit? I'll be wondering if people actually reading the Constitution. Because the Constitution said it clearly, no titles. And people are still taking titles. So when people call themselves either Native American, American Indian, or American, they're saying that they are British Native American, a British American Indian, and a British American, because it all comes with that corporation. It all comes with the corporation. It is an Indian flag, but I'm not an Indian. An Indian is an invader, right? Why you think you see all these white tea people with it? Because it's their flag. They are the Indians, bruh. They are the Indians. As you can tell, like, we always have to help them. Us, the Athero people, always have to help them because we are teaching them still, right? They're the Indians, y'all. We not none of that stuff. Because to be an Indian is to be a British subject, and we ain't no British subjects in here. We move off of free will up in here, okay? And I'm just trying to see what it be like. Cause nobody want to come on the panel and talk about this flag. Everybody want to just say it's an Indian flag. Bro, bring the research up on the panel so I can see exactly what you're talking about, bro. That's it. And that's all. Because I know this is I don't know if it's a touchy situation or not, but I be seeing a lot of people saying this is their flag, and we're going to have a discussion on why it's your flag. Like if you're carrying something around, right? Like my last name Rainey, right? If I'm carrying it around, I gotta know what it's about. Y'all saying it's an American Indian flag? Yes, it is. It's for the British. Are you British? Are you part of the British Empire? You from Haile Selassie and the 13 colonies? Because the 13 colonies is the Catholic Church moving on the land. It has nothing to do with the people. An Indian has nothing to do with the people. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because if you're doing your family tree, right? And you go into your land records and you go into your wills and your deeds, it's not going to say any of that stuff. It's not going to say I'm black, I'm Indian. Shit, is that it barely say I'm a man or a woman on the damn will and deed. That's the Confederate battle flag. Yes, it's a battle flag, but it's not for the so-called ethereal people. A lot of people keep saying that that's our flag as so-called the Black Americans when it's not. We have nothing to do with that flag at all. At all. This flag has everything to do with war. The American Revolution or the Civil War, the French and Indian War, when the French and Indian is the same motherfucking people. You see what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit they do to us, talking about, oh, it's the French and Indian War. Not understanding that the French and the Indians is the same people, and it's a family feud. Simple. Because if you was from that, you'll have it in your genealogy. I never saw nobody come up here and say they got records from the French and Indian War. I never found nobody yet. The only people that say they got those records are real Indians. So if you got those records, I need to see them. Which I know you don't. I do genealogy all the time. I know you don't. I know you don't. Nobody wants to come on this panel and talk about this goddamn flag. This is crazy. But y'all be screaming about this flag all goddamn day. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's our flag. They took it from us. They ain't took nothing from me. I got everything I'm supposed to have right now in my possession. Whatever is not in my possession, I ain't supposed to have. Because ain't nothing got taken from me. Because that be the talk on TikTok. The people took, man, look, them people ain't took nothing from you. You were just ignorant and not reading. That's all that shit is about. They ain't took nothing. They probably took your fucking, they took your fucking title. But that's about it, which is your damn name. That's about it. So I'm trying to figure out, man, why y'all keep claiming the flag and saying it's yours. And it's not. That's my whole thing. But nobody wants to talk about that shit. That shit weird. But y'all can scream this shit all day and say it's yours. Yes, indeed. This is crazy. Okay, so the question is, what does the X on this flag mean? A lot of people don't even know what the X on the flag mean. They don't even know what the X on the flag mean, man. Like, if you're going to claim something, at least research it first and then say, well, it's mine. Don't just say, hey, it's mine, and don't know the symbolism on it. Y'all know the symbolism of this flag is the Catholic Church. This is a pirate flag, man. So anybody that's saying that this is their flag, you basically, the Confederate traders let them have it. Bro, we not Confederates at all. We not no Confederates. We not no Indians. We not no none of that stuff, y'all. I'm telling you. If you're reading the 13th Amendment, it literally says no titles of nobility. Even being a U.S. citizen is a title of nobility. Being an Indian is a title of nobility. Being a police is a title of nobility. Do I need to keep going on? All that stuff is titles of nobility. We're not supposed to have no title. My name is my title. My name is Courtney. That's my title. I smoke too much? No, you don't read enough. Your ass don't read enough. You remember me smoking? You better start fucking reading. Because if your ass not reading, ain't no sense of coming up here trying to say, I smoke too much or I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because if I ask you what this X on this flag mean, you can't even tell me what it means. You can't tell me what the X on the flag mean, but you're trying to debate me in the comments saying I smoke too much. Wild. That shit is wild. But you let Gaddy get on this bitch drunk and fucking whatever the fuck he got going on, but you liking his videos. Stop playing with my intelligence. Stop. Just stop. Just fucking stop. Just fucking stop. Okay? All I need to know, I'm not mad about nothing. Why I'm not mad about anything. I'm not on this app looking for titles, lands, and all this type of shit. I got everything I'm supposed to have. I'm on here josing. Okay? I'm on here having fun. I'm not on here being serious about shit. This is fun to me. This is a jose. Cause I have everything I'm supposed to have. Okay? No land been taken from me. No names. No this, no that. None of that shit happened to me. So when people say, oh, they took something from me, ain't nobody took nothing from you. Your ass was just blind and didn't know what the fuck to do. That's all that matters. Because if you're doing your genealogical records, you're going to see where the lines stop, where people stop doing wills and deeds. You're going to see it. If you're actually doing your family tree, you'll see it. And I do genealogy all the time, so I know how it's supposed. You're going to see the break. In my family, we don't have a break because everybody's still doing wills and deeds in my family. When it comes to other people's families, people was doing wills and deeds, but it stopped. And they started claiming titles, black, white, whatever the case may be. They stopped and they started claiming things, self-assimilating to stuff. You know what I mean? I'm from Louisiana, so when it comes to like Mardi Gras and stuff like that, right? We self-assimilated to Mardi Gras because Mardi Gras actually comes from the Catholic Church. So when you see a Mardi Gras Indian, right? That is a Catholic Indian, okay? Hands down, Catholic all day long. And if you know anything about Louisiana, we still in parishes, so the Catholic Church still owns us. It still owns Louisiana still to this day. So Louisiana will be considered like a Rome or a Vatican when it comes to like the Catholic Church and stuff like that, because we still in parishes. I also help people find out if they state was still in parishes, because that's how you know the Catholic Church is there. Okay, so this is how I know this particular flag is part of the Catholic Church. It has nothing to do with the people. I do genealogy all the time, y'all, okay? So this is not far-fetched about what I'm saying. You just be on TikTok a lot, and you're not researching what's on this flag. You're not researching the color red. You're not researching the color blue. You're not researching the stars. And you're damn sure not researching the X on it. Because if you research all four of them things, you're going to understand that that's not your shit, okay? And this is all this is about. I'm trying to figure out if people actually know what this means before claiming it. Because if you don't know what it means, why claim it? Okay? Why claim it? What's up, Astro? Why claim it, right? There's no need to claim any of this if you don't know what it means. And I ain't got a person to answer this shit yet. What does this flag mean to you? Is it hate or heritage? I ain't got nobody to answer the question yet. I see people throwing in the comments, the Indians, and bruh, explain to me what it means. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So explain to me what it mean. Because I be seeing people with 1,000 people in their motherfucking lives talking about this is their fucking flag. I'm like, nigga, how, nigga? I've been doing genealogy for 5 years, nigga. Ain't no fucking way that's your shit. Do I help others? Yeah, I help others with their genealogy. I actually have a class that I do. The session is 6 classes. And in these classes, we actually break down like shit that you're not gonna really think about. As far as, let me find I think I took a picture of it. And this is just from last night, because I do genealogy every Saturday, right? And this is something I do all the time, right? So look. In genealogy, I really do topics and shit, okay? So it said topics. It said the flag, like we're talking about right now, the flag. When it was made a part of the state, right? When did your state have parishes? When was the flag made? What the symbols mean? What county was you born in, right? And then I got to break down the Louisiana and stuff like that. So this is what I actually do in genealogy. So this is literally what I do, okay? This is not something I'm just getting on TikTok just talking about. This is actually what I do. This is my lifestyle, helping people with genealogy and understand what's actually going on their landmass, and not letting a motherfucker say, "Oh, this is your flag and this is your shit." And if you look into your genealogy, you know what? That's not gonna be in your fucking genealogy. That's not gonna be there. Be there. That ain't gonna be there. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be there. Now, if you're white, hell yeah, it's gonna be there. So they Indians. But for you and my people, oh no, we're not gonna have that. Oh yeah, just DM me. My next class, I just started a session, which is yesterday. I just started that new class. And my next class is gonna be on February the 18th. So if y'all wanna join, y'all welcome to join. DM me and let me know. Cause my genealogy class gonna have you like, okay, be up in here really soul searching for real. Yeah, you're soul searching. You're understanding what's actually going on in your lines for what they are. You're not just clicking shit to put it on your damn tree. No. That's not how genealogy works. I don't know who the hell taught people how to do that shit like that. But genealogy works when you're researching the streets that you stayed on, or your research office first got there, or you're researching when that sheriff office first got there. You're researching those things like that. You're not say, hey, I'm kin of Queen Anna. No, we're not doing that. I'm going to take you all the way back down to your mom and your daddy. We're going to research your mom and your daddy. Then we'll go back and research your grandparents and then their parents. We're going to do it like that. Be researching like that so we could see exactly who's coming on the land. Even when it comes to like the high schools, the elementaries, stuff like that, they're going to be named after Indians, if you notice. Right? I know somebody, they stay right down the street from the American Indian High School. You hear me? Of course, no problem. But this is why I'm trying to get people to understand about different signs and symbols. Because once you know that, okay, when you understand that the universal language is signs and symbols and it's not words, you're not going to look at the words on this particular background. You're just going to look at the flag. Because the flag is telling the story, not the words. Right? And that's what people need to understand, that every picture is telling a story. Like they be saying, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Yes, because they're speaking to you with the symbolism in the picture. The words are just there to distract you. That's all the words are there for. But you're supposed to be paying attention to the symbols on the flag. All right, so y'all see the symbol on the flag, right? Okay. Let me see if I can find it right quick for y'all. Because I don't know if a lot of people know about symbolism and stuff like that. I'm big on symbolism. I'm really big on symbolism, okay? Okay. Now, these are all crosses, right? Christian, right? That the Christ stands. You see all those crosses and shit? Okay. Now, pay attention. You see it, right? That's on the Confederate flag. It has everything to do with St. Andrews. St. Andrews is a saint from the Catholic Church. So if you go look up St. Andrew's Order, then it's gonna pull up the Confederate flag and shit. This is what I'm saying. Like, people are not actually studying the shit. They just going along and saying it's their shit when it's not. It's not their shit. Shit has to do with the Catholic Church. And I know everybody see these crosses on their motherfucking church right now. This is what they cross. But nobody knows what it means. You're just looking at it. Because everybody got to remember that signs and symbols are the highest frequency of language on this realm. If you don't know signs and symbols, because signs and symbols are for the conscious minds. If you don't know about signs and symbols, you're not conscious. You're unconscious. You know, walking unalive if you don't know symbols. So I'm just trying to help you understand what you're seeing when you're looking at it, right? See? Everybody see these crosses all the time. Y'all see these crosses when they be those fucking European saints and shit. They be having this double cross right here. That's patriarchal. You see that? Nobody ever probably knew what the fucking flag mean. It means to double cross somebody. I double cross, add a cross. Every time you see a line on a cross, it's a double crossing of somebody. Right? Now, if you go to the Native American pages, they have the patriarchal earrings on. They have this shit because they double cross people. Okay? Even when it comes to that, you see that? The Easter double crossing. It almost was like a street pole, huh? Everything around you is a sign and a symbol. Even when it comes to the street poles, as you can see right there, right? It has everything to do with the Catholic Church because ain't nothing supposed to have a title, and not even a fucking street. Nothing is supposed to have a title. Okay? So all these crosses is associated with the Catholic Church. Even, hold on, I'm going to slow down and I'll just put this back up. Now, you lean on that cross. It's St. Andrew. If nobody can tell me that St. Andrew and what St. Andrew order is, then you need to put that shit down. You need to fold it up and put it in your closet, or fold it up and burn it and put it in the trash, or whatever the fuck you're going to do with it, because it ain't yours. But a lot of people like to say it's theirs when it's not. It has nothing to do with the people unless you under the Catholic order. You serving the Catholic Church? You patriarchal? Because I didn't come from my dad, I came from my mama. I can't be patriarchal, hands down. I got to be matriarchal because I come from my mama. You see? But this is the shit people not reading. They don't understand the shit like that. Aren't they? What the? You can't co-host with me. Nobody wants to talk about this flag. Nobody wanna, but they be screaming on TikTok that this is their fucking flag all day, but can't defend their flag. Like, what the? If you want to say something is yours, why you can't defend it? Me, I defend everything I talk about. Everything. I could put anything I say, I could put that shit on the screen and say and show you. Because it got people. It is hate. Simple. But people want to say this is their flag when it's not. What's going on, Miss Stacy? I just started the live probably like 20 minutes ago. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out who flag this for. Because it's not for me. It's not for the so-called ethereal people. The ethereal people don't need a flag or a title to say I'm me. You never needed that. Ever. So, I'm just trying to show y'all that this is not y'all flag. This is the flag belongs to these people. It's their shit. You see these people? You see how they dressed? It comes from the Catholic Church. But if you look at the Catholic Church is dressed in the Victoria era. Do everybody or anybody knows about the Victoria era? They weren't, because exactly the Victoria era is vampires. They're vampires. The Victoria era has everything to do with vampires. These people are dressed like vampires. Why you think they talking about account, census records, county, parish? You see? It all comes from them. They literally are the mob. You know how they got the Latin kings and all these people? They getting all their orders from the Catholic Church. So, when it comes to Crips and Bloods, guess who made that? The Catholic Church. And our brothers and sisters are on the streets repping this shit. You see what I'm saying? It's a program. It's all a program, a social experiment. as I would say, a social experiment. Because if you're not reading, you will self-assimilate to anything. I mean anything if you're not reading, right? Like me being from Louisiana, I'm going to the Mardi Gras every year. I'm out there faithfully, going to get my beads and shit, right? Not understanding that Mardi Gras and throwing the beads is a ritual on the people. Why do you think Louisiana is still in parishes? They want us to perish for the lack of knowledge. Because if you don't know, your ass is going to go. Simple. And that's why I'm trying to show y'all the people. Because these are the people. These are your pagan Indians. Because to be an Indian is to be a pagan. And a pagan has everything to do with the Catholic Church. It has nothing to do with the people. Nothing to do with the people, y'all. I got 13 people in the live. Y'all the type of screen. I'm not giving y'all like major gems. Cause ain't nobody telling y'all that these are the gangsters. Nobody. Now I'm gonna let it breathe for a second. Cause a lot of people need to understand and understand what is actually going on. Cause all that fucking going back and forth with a Native American, man, y'all wasting time. Y'all wasting time and more people moving on our land. It got fucking while y'all fighting on TikTok and y'all fighting with Native Americans, guess what the United States corporation is doing? They're moving Israel on our land. They're taking the old subjects over there in South Africa and bringing them over here in new fucking colonies and shit. Because y'all gotta know that America is a big ass colony for animals, for workers. They always say we need a nation of workers, not thinkers. Because people need to start thinking about what the fuck they doing. This shit is not a game. People be on this shit thinking this shit is a game, but this is real life. Y'all playing with real life matters. Right? Y'all need to stay the fuck out the way of these people. I'm gonna let it breathe. Shit pisses me off so bad because people are actually telling our people this and then they're telling their kids and their kids is telling. You see? You see the programming? You see how it's like a bad disease that they gave us and now we're spreading it like wildfire? And I gotta be the one like I'm the bad guy, like that's not true, y'all. None of that is true. And people looking at me like this motherfucker crazy. I would rather be crazy than go with a social program any day of the week. Any day of the week. Right? I'd rather be individualized instead of being in a crowd. I'm individualized because I stand on what I know, not some fucking belief system. I know this is the game. I know the Catholic Church is over everybody. I know why you think we under canon law, ecclesiastical jurisdiction. Why you think you classified as a minor and all this type of shit? It has everything to do with the Catholic Church when they made hospitals. Because the Catholic Church made hospitals as a place for charity and for orphans to come. So when you have your baby in a hospital, you're literally telling the Catholic Church, hey, you can have my baby as a sacrificial offering, and it's an offering now. I don't need it. You the parent. I'ma just take care of it. You can have all the incentive on this baby. I'ma just take care of it at the house. That's basically what you're doing when you go to the hospital. And the hospital come from the Catholic Church. I got that too. See, I got that too. Founding Hospital Act, 1953. You see? Anything I talk about, y'all, I have to receipt. Trust me. I'm not just up this bitch talking. You see? This is how people are able to convey on your kids through the hospital and shit. Because we going there acting like we orphans and shit and we need these medical attentions and shit. Now I understand that we supposed to be having our babies at the house. You see? It said an act to make a provision for for the issue of the respect of the certain children admitted to the founding hospital is a short form of a birth certificate and as to particular to be inserted therein and for the purpose. Whereas the governors and guardians of the hospital for the maintenance and education of exposed and deserted young children in this. You see? You see it right now? For the maintenance and education of exposed and deserted young children. You see that shit? That's what the Catholic Church doing with your kids every time you go to the hospital. You see it? I'm not just talking, trust me. This is real research that I'm showing you. And people need to get with this goddamn program. Look. Now, after I was just showing y'all the Confederate flag, right? I came back and I showed y'all this, right? You don't see them X's right there? You don't see them Roman numerals right there? Listen, Roman numerals. Roman numerals. It's the Roman number system. It's the Romans number system. The X. The X. Right? Look, watch this. The X. You see the cross up there? You see them crosses? I just showed y'all what that cross means. I just showed y'all what it means. It's the Catholic Church. So if the Catholic Church symbol is over this, right? Right? Then you know the Catholic Church made the hospitals, right? Okay. That's simple. Simple analogy when it comes to this shit, y'all. It's just that I think people are afraid to admit that they're wrong. And me, I would admit that I was wrong 2 years ago. Yeah, I thought the Confederate flag was mine. Yes, I thought I was an Indian. Yes, I did. Yes. I did. But when I sat my ass down and started really doing the research on my own individually, I'm like, all them people on TikTok lying. All them people on TikTok don't know what the hell they talking about. And then I started going into Dr. York stuff, right? And I started going into the American Indian movement. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't like Dr. York. And Dr. York is the person that actually started this fucking movement. But you're saying that you're that, but you don't fuck with Dr. York. You supporting Dr. York while he in fucking jail saying that you an Indian, you're Egyptian, you this, you that. You see what I'm saying? You literally fucking crip walking to the grave, literally. That's what he got you doing.
Grand Rising. Girl, not crip walking to the grave.
But Dr. Young got them crip walking to the grave.
Girl, not crip walking. Come on now.
I mean, you might as well fuck it like Crips and Bloods. Fuck.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing else, but
That's all we can say is, because you could tell who's reading and who's not. You can tell who's doing their genealogy and who's not. You could tell.
You see that information I gave you last night?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean all I gotta do is sell $1,000 worth of agricultural goods and I can be a farm, but you wanna be worried about who gonna be an Indian. You worried about that, but you can farm in your goddamn apartment. You ain't thinking about that, are you?
Of course not.
No, because I'm gonna be an Indian.
They're not thinking about the small things. They think about the big things.
They worried about the wrong thing because you want to be an Indian. Look, let me tell you something. Keep on claiming that Indian because Trump making his rounds, okay? Keep on. You're going to discover that what you think is Indian ain't Indian, it's Chinese.
And let me show them. This is what they think. This is what Indian is. I'm going to show them because I showed it the other day in the live. This is what they consider a black American Indian to be. I'm not from no fucking India.
That don't look like me.
Just from India.
None. I don't have them type of features. We don't have them features.
That look like Johia.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. I said I don't
look
have
like
those
that's
features.
his cousin from down the block.
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna be real. That's not our phenotype. That's not even our hair. Even though my hair is like it ain't 4C, it's 3C. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my hair not like
that's
that.
them long, loose, uncontrollable curls. You got to gel it, slap it, glue it. It don't stay.
Yeah, mine stay all like that shit hard all day.
They got that flyway hair that you got to go get shellac.
You got to put 1,000 pounds of gel on that bitch.
Girl, you got to shellac that shit down. You know, plaster Paris that mug down.
Yeah.
That's
But
not
this
us.
is what they said that it's the American Indian. As you can see, it said original woman of India, and then it said black U.S. Indians. You see, they classifying her as a U.S. Indian.
Look at her clothing.
Exactly, that ain't us. I do like Bengals. I ain't gonna hold you. I do like the Bengals.
Oh, I ain't gonna look. I love me some jewelry.
I ain't gonna shy to away. I do like the Bengals, but that ain't no.
But I'm talking about I'm talking about her actual clothing, not the accessories, but the clothing. If that ain't an Asian influence, I don't know what is.
Yeah. You know how people be saying they're Asiatic? How? How, sweet? How?
If their mother Cherokee, then wait a minute. If they claiming their grandmother and great grandmother Cherokee or one of them, okay, then I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm gonna give it some too, cause these motherfuckers don't read. Y'all asses don't read.
But they will go out and protest.
But look, they don't read, but they definitely gonna go out there, bitch, and protest some shit, huh?
Don't even know what you protesting for. How you gonna go out there and march for folks to stand over you, to persecute you, to disenfranchise you? But I'm gonna march with you. Shit.
Man, and the cool part about it is, those protesters is not set up by the people. It's set up by the government. So this is what I'm trying to say, Miss Stacey. If people don't know that protesting, you got to get the person that actually doing the protest has to go down to the county and get permits and all this shit, and then put the shit up for 30 days in the news. Nobody doing that shit. It's the government doing that. Nobody's paying attention though. They're just facilitating.
Thank you for explaining that, because how are these protesters, 10 minutes after this young lady is unalived, they out there protesting? Oh, listen, they set Minneapolis off a couple times. George Floyd, we've had a couple times back in the past.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, you're telling me I got to go get a permit to protest? So 30 seconds after this young lady's been alive, we've had a protest and a 30-day notice on what's coming up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't, because according to the laws of the supreme laws of the land, you got to put anything into a notice. You know what I mean? Anything you do has to be into a notice.
So you understand what I'm saying? How this is all a nice pre-plan, because you can't do a 30-day notice in advance.
Hold on, Miss Stacey. Slow down, Miss Stacey. Slow down. Then you know that's gonna take you into gematria, right?
Explain that.
Gematria is almost like what my sister called them. She called them crisis actors or something like that. Crisis actors. So what they do is they hire these people to act like they're in a crisis, and they get unalive like a sacramental lamb. You see what I'm saying? They're crisis actors, and that's what they do. And then it's going to tie you to gematria, because their name, their age, and their birthday is all going to add up to the same number and add up to the same date of the number that it happened on that particular date. That's gematria. That's how everything is planned in the world, is through numbers and gematria. Just like I was telling you about binary codes and stuff, it's set up just like that.
And I was just reading about them with them sacrifices in Montezuma and the sex and the sexual, and I was just
yes.
And then I was reading about that in the Bible.
You know that these crisis actors actually come from the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is doing all this stuff.
Yes, because I was correlating it back to the Bible and the church. Mm-hmm. And they all run the same, and they were talking about the dates and how things run against the calendar with the equinox. I was gone with it.
That's gematria.
Damn, that's what it's called. Y'all, this is diabolical. They be sitting out planning stuff out years in advance. They're waiting on certain suns, certain timelines, certain dates, and these events, they're bringing them to pass. They're bringing them forward.
You remember that video we had watched, Miss Stacey? And it was basically saying how people from like 200 years ago was actually putting hits on people's head for this upcoming year and shit like this.
I was thinking about getting.
What's going on, Coco? It's always been the Catholic Church, because even when you're watching these movies and you're watching like these monster movies and stuff, where they go talk? Who the fuck they go talk to?
They always go to the church.
Okay, so that right there should give you the biggest clue you need to know right there. These motherfuckers are paying to kill people.
Well, remember, we had talked about that in class where
Exactly.
people, but they going, but that's how the church got so rich because remember, they were like, hey, look, you can prepay for it. Come on.
And look, and this is where this come into play, you see? This is where this come into play with the boule. The people, okay, so you know how
I'm gonna get a screenshot of that.
you know how we just people and we're not self-assimilating to anything, right? When you see your brothers and sisters part of something, right, what you gonna do?
Me
You're gonna
too,
support.
me too.
Exactly. We're going to support them because that's my brother and sister, and I want them doing nothing by themselves. So this is the boule. This is how they got our good people to go dark. It's the boule. They think they're doing good, but they're not. They're actually doing harm, but they don't know that. They don't
straight sorcery. Break these
Straight
symbols
sorcery.
down. It's gonna be straight sorcery. I'm looking at it like.
And look
And
at
almost
this.
want your eyes to look at this stuff because when you actually
Hell
understand what
yeah.
you're looking at, your eye, you get the twitching on your eye like, I can't do this no more.
I'm trying to tell you, because guess what? That symbol is going to take you back to where Mesopotamia. See? The boule. The black-skinned people, the hidden hand. You see? Because you know the Sumerians and the Mesopotamians was called the burnt-faced people.
They were called the burnt-faced people for real?
That's the boule. Yeah. They was black as shit. You so black you purple. You so black you blue. Yeah, that type of shit. That's gonna tie you back into the Indian people.
See, I only thought that was the Sudanese and
That's India.
The real black Moor. I mean the real black
Moor,
Arab.
blackface.
The real black Arab. The real black Arab.
Look at his face. Let me see. Look at his face. That look like an Arab. That look like Holly BB at the store right now about to send me a juice. I didn't see her ass.
I swear it is.
Coco, don't do that shit no more. But it's funny though when you actually like put all this shit together.
But you know,
you'll be like, how this shit went over my head.
But they really were doing that though. That splicing, I was reading about that too. And they
Hell yeah.
really, these
Look, why you think we not Egyptian? Are you spliced with animals, Miss Stacy? Please let me know right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I enjoy bathing entirely too much to be anything spliced with animal.
I'm trying to tell you, cuz this is gonna tie back to the Moors and how they was unclean and stuff like that. You see?
Look, I do soap and water with a washcloth, hot soap and water. I got sugar scrubs, salt scrubs. I don't play none of that. You know that ain't us.
Miss Stacy, look, pay attention to this. Look, who the fuck got arrows around this bitch? Who got a bow and arrow?
Girl.
Don't play with me. No, Miss Stacy, don't play with me. Don't insult my intelligence right now. I don't have the time for it.
You ain't never lied, because I damn sure don't do nothing with an arrow.
You see that, Bo?
The only thing I got with an arrow is called, look, the only thing I got sharp and pointy like that is a pen or a sewing needle, okay?
Okay, you see them Indians out there? Why you think, okay, so when like 2 years ago I was running all the artifacts together. So I took like the Egyptian bows and the Mesopotamian bows, and then I took the Celtic bows, and then I took the Viking bows. And if you look at they all the same. They all the same, right? And then I went into their weaponry. All their weaponry is the same. And I'm looking, I'm like, but I didn't compute what I was looking at. I'm like, okay, they all got the same thing. That means that they went and helped each other. That's what I was thinking, not understanding that's these motherfuckers moving through motherfucking cultures and shit.
Yeah.
Throughout time.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you something. The bows are very distinct. Some have more of a curvature. Some of them like the flat, some of them like the round. Because I was looking at the different ways that they're made and what the Asians and Mongolians were able to do with theirs, because they ride. And, you know, they get busy. And they had a particular type of bow that would allow them to stabilize like that, where the Vikings wasn't so much in the bows as they was, I'm gonna come at you brute force, you know. And that was something they took on later after encountering, but remember that wasn't theirs at first.
Who, the Vikings?
Yeah, the Vikings weren't so big on bows and stuff before. The Vikings come up and just hit you right over the head. They was into that hand to hand. They took that on later after different encounters. They picked that up.
Well, I would say that the Vikings did have bows and arrows, but what they did was that's like okay. So if we're gonna study a culture, it'd be studied from early to modern, right? So in their early days, they had bows and arrows, but as the time went on, they started melting iron and rocks together and making like the Dolph hammers and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like the wheels and shit. That.
See, I was always under the impression. I was always under the impression with them that they had weapons of, you know, by hand or brute force, and then after they had encountered trying to catch my words carefully, they had took some losses, and that was part of what they picked up because that was part of the defeat. You know what I mean? How they lost, and so that was one of the weapons they picked up to strengthen. To strengthen them. I didn't know that was one of their first.
Yeah, cause they had, you know, like you was talking about the curvature. Right. Okay, so longbows are really, really powerful. Like, I don't know if you ever been fishing before and they be using those bows to fish with.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
That's the powerful bows. The force you're talking about, that's the bows. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because they bows are long bows and they like curve, like just the way the arrow for the fishing is, it's the same exact design. It's the same way. It's called long bows, and that's what they call that, a fishing bow. It's called a long bow, a D-bow. D-bow?
So where they get that from, the Africans then?
Yeah, all that stuff is African. Yeah, they all African. Yeah. Yeah.
That's who really got them is the Africans.
Yeah, all of them.
Damn, girl.
Because when you start realizing, that's why it's important to take all cultures and run them together.
Hello.
You see? And then you're going to start seeing similarities.
Hey, American, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and you, Lady Stacy? How you doing?
Good.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on, Mr. Joe?
You got it.
I was like, let me start a live. I will never start this damn live up. I got people asking me to go live. Because they be liking what I be dropping about the Catholic Church. Because I be serious about that shit. I'm not playing. I ain't playing. When I tell you I'm from Louisiana and I still stay in parishes, you better understand why I'm on the Catholic Church ass. I'm not playing with their ass. They wasn't playing with me, huh? Or my family or the people before me. They wasn't playing with them, so I'm not playing with them. Simple. Simple analogy. I'm not playing with them. Okay? So the question that I had up was this right here. What does this flag mean to you? Is it hate or heritage? What is it?
I'm learning now that it's actually de facto because we're not the Iroquois Indian.
What is it? Would you not, Mr. Jones, say it for the people in the back because they can't see
Indian, so now I realize that it's de facto. It don't mean nothing to me.
It means nothing because it all comes with the corporation. Whatever comes with the corporation is de facto. It has nothing to do with the people. Nothing. Mr. Joe, is that flag in your genealogy?
I've never seen it in there.
Oh, okay. Miss Stacy, is this flag in your genealogy?
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I got a lot in there. None of this stuff.
None of this though, huh?
I ain't seen that.
Coco.
I ain't seen it.
Oh, God. These my folks on the panel. If they ain't saw it in their genealogy and I saw it in my genealogy, something ain't fucking right. How the fuck they see it in their genealogy? Who the fuck is those folk over there? Who is that? Like my baby saying, who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is over there talking about. That's our flag. I ain't got nothing to do with them people over there.
Don't hate. What your parents tell you? Don't you go over there messing with them folks.
What you say, man? Say go over there messing with them folks?
Isn't that what they used to say? Isn't that what they used to tell you? Don't you go over there messing with them folks.
I'm trying to tell you. And this is what I be saying, y'all. It's important to do your genealogy. It's important to look at your records. It's important to only look at your shit. It's not important to be reading all these motherfucking books that has nothing to do with you. Nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Did your family take their history and put it into the library, or did they put it on the record and shit? No. So why the fuck you reading?
You know where your family's at, though. They in the newspaper.
Definitely.
That's their best bet. That's why I tell people if they go to like the National Archives building in a city, they actually could go through the film and watch all of them. They could go back to when it first started. I think Baton Rouge first newspaper was like in the 1600s. So I could go back all the way to the 1600s and read the first newspaper and read the most modern day newspaper. That's how things are supposed to go. You're supposed to go to the past to understand the future, because if you don't understand the past, you're not going to understand what's going on right now, why it's happening, and why you're in the situation you're in right now. You're not going to understand it. You're going to be on here. You're going to be on here arguing, saying this, that, and the third, when it has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Okay? It's very important for people to read their shit. If you're not reading your shit, why the fuck you on here reading somebody else's shit? That is so confusing. You see?
Well, that's because we've been told we everything but the right thing.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm showing people that America is a British colony. It's all master information. You know nothing, just what they teach you. Who is they? Because I teach myself. That's called I self-mastery. I and self is me. I only master what I'm supposed to know. I'm not mastering what somebody told me shit. But good comment, though. Damn good comment. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know nothing until they start researching it for themselves. Then they know it. Right? Because the reason why America is able to bring all these immigrants and shit in here is because they are a British colony. America, the whole America, I'm going to repeat, the whole America is a British colony. That's how they're able to do that.
Look at it like this. If this wasn't a British colony, then we wouldn't have put the Monroe Doctrine out in 1881, stating nobody else can come back and recolonize.
Mm-hmm. But you got to understand that they're really not colonizing. They're literally saying the American dream. And people are moving off of those words, the American dream. Because to come over this bitch, you're dreaming. To think you about to be free, you're dreaming. So come be a part of the American dream if you want to, okay? Because we all know this shit is made up. We all know this stuff is de facto. So when they say American dream, they literally coming over here to imagine shit. Like, it's not real. It ain't there. The state of Louisiana is not real. The state of Arizona is not real. The state of Georgia is not real. None of this shit is real.
All corporations.
All corporations and companies.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you look at your genealogy and you tracing like the army and the military records, it'll tell you that they part of companies. It's gonna say the Bulgarian something company.
Yeah.
It's never gonna say it's just the military branch. It's gonna say company included. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all funded under a company, which is the corporation that it's all connected to. It's almost like a like that diagram I showed y'all. It's like the 98, right? And then you got your departments, your trust, and then you got your properties underneath. You see what I'm saying? That's how this shit is set up. But it's just the United States running as the 98, or the foreign grantor trust, as we would say, right? Because everything is being housed under that. And then the United States itself is actually being housed in another trust. And then that trust is housed in another trust. You see? That's how things are ran on this country, on this continent. And if you even look at like the state of Louisiana, it's set up the same damn way. Pennsylvania is set up the same way. Minnesota set up the same way.
Yeah.
It's all set up the same way. That's how you know you gotta set up your shit. Okay. Cause this is all this stuff is about, bro. Like, if you see it, once you see that, you ain't gonna unsee it. America is a British colony. The United States is a corporation, not the landmass that existed before the Revolutionary War. So you telling me that America did not exist before the Revolutionary War? Okay, I got you. Okay, knowing y'all know this, what benefits are you getting from it? What benefits I'm getting from it? I already have what I'm getting. I already got what I got. What are you talking about? I'm not on here searching for shit. That's the problem. You think people searching. Unlike us, we're not searching for anything. We got everything we're supposed to have at our grasp. We're not wanting or needing for anything. That's the benefit of it. We're not needing or wanting anything. Okay, so even when it comes to like the war, the Revolutionary War, you gotta know that the King of England funded both sides. If he funding both sides, this is his family. He funding both of them. You see what I'm saying? He's funding both sides. What's up? What's up? Pay what up? Pay in the building. You know what I mean? Pay in the motherfucking building. You know what I mean? But once you see this shit, it's hard to unsee it. It's very hard to unsee it, okay? So, if y'all don't get with this motherfucking program and y'all keep saying that this is your flag, y'all gonna be asleep every time. They gonna keep knocking y'all ass over the head. And I'm trying to stop them from knocking y'all ass over the head. A lot of people keep coming in here and saying this is the American Indian flag. The American Indians are Klan members, man. Why the fuck you can't compute that shit? That's not the people. That is not the people. Okay? That's not the people, man. I'm asking them, I say, so when it comes to this particular flag, what does the X mean? Don't nobody know what the fucking X mean, but it's their flag? How the fuck? No. Man, that's like me carrying around a brown bear on my back and don't even understand that that's the Moorish fucking symbol. And I'm just carrying it around like it's my shit. It ain't my shit. It don't belong to me.
And Courtney, I think it has something to do with the crucifixion, because that's the same kind of setup that's on that Florida flag that has the jagged cross on it.
Mm-hmm. St. Andrews, right?
Huh?
St. Andrews, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, because want me to tell you the reason why? Because this is St. Andrew's cross, because he got crucified on it, and not everybody that carried his cross is under an order behind him. His family is under an order behind him because they crucified him. So his family is doing a vengeance. That's what that flag means. It's a battle flag because of that. That's the reason why people need to know these flags and symbols, because you're defending something that you have nothing to do with. Was your people crucified on something? No.
Not only that, it's a banner. And anytime you have a war banner, it means that you're at war. You're not at peace. You came to conquer. You came to rule.
Yes.
Like,
And I don't think that's the part they're getting and not overstanding that particular part, that this is a conquering flag. This is not a flag of peace. And why people keep saying it's their flag, I'm trying to compute it. Why is your shit? Are you studying the signs and symbols on this motherfucker?
Well, see, I used to wonder, I said, okay, now, from what I understand, it was the Iroquois, right? But then now you see the YT people pick it up. Well, both of them the same because they are both Africans. So
Yes.
they both can pick it up.
Yes. They the sons and daughters of the revolution. Simple.
I mean, it's interesting, and you know what? You know how I confirmed that information is when I went back to my family and I saw the crest changes from war to peace on the crest. And I didn't even know that it went so deep that they affected my family crest.
Yes.
Our crest, yo. They turned it into a war banner with their shit on it. And I saw two different versions and I'm like, oh, okay. So this is before and after colonialism.
Yeah, because you gotta remember. Okay, so even if I run the flags back for Louisiana, or you run the flags back for your state, right? It's gonna tell you, you got a colonial flag, you got a revolutionary flag, you got a Confederate flag, and then you got a U.S. rule flag. You see what I'm saying? That's all. That's like the flags changing over time. So that's why I tell people, please go back to your first flag. The very first flag that was created on at the state level, because even when it comes to the U.S. rule, you know, the U.S. rule is the state, but the first flag is actually orchestrated by the First Republic. It's not orchestrated by the United States. You know what I'm saying? It's orchestrated by the Republic, because when it came to Louisiana flag was actually created under the newly independent Republic Louisiana. It didn't say state, it said newly independent. And that's how I know Louisiana in 1803 was independent. They went independent. Almost like the Declaration of Independence, they went independent. You see what I'm saying? But when they started going under the Revolutionary War, that's when they started battling with them Indians and shit like that. That's when we started being disenfranchised.
Yeah, and
Because
like
when
you
it comes to
said,
1812, you know, that's the state in mind and shit.
what you said about him funding both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the king says, yo, what I want is one of y'all to go over there and get some of that land over there. And so people come up to the king, and this is how they did, Pastor, with different proposals and saying, fund me, fund me. Dad, fund me. Dad, fund me. He funds all of his children. He funds all of his family to go over there, and the families go over there and battle. Y'all see, they even make, like, Vikings. They even make these tales about them. You see brothers fighting brothers, how they did out there.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, you see it. It's right. They put it right in front of your face. So understand that, you know. And here's one thing you gotta understand: all of the children that are from the Vatican and the Italians, all of their children marry the kings and the queen's sons, nephews, and nieces. Y'all, that's how that works. Then they marry the presidents and the cabinet members of the presidents. That's how that works. That's the circle they move in. Those are the parties they go to.
Exactly.
When they go to their big balls and their big parties, that's who they're meeting. Oh, my son is that. Oh, from the Vatican. And that's how they meet their husbands and wives. They intermarry amongst themselves because that's their people. That's their bloodline.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And even when you start getting into like number 5, it says there are no judicial courts in America, and there haven't been one since 1789. They say judges do not enforce statutes and codes. Only administration people do. So when you go to court, you're not even fucking with a judge. That's just an administration person. That's it. It's not even a judge. They said it right there. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all on another
It's just a
screen.
magistrate.
See that go right there, see? There are no judicial courts in America, and there hasn't been one since 1789. Judges do not enforce statutes and codes. Executive administrators enforce statutes and codes, not judges. See?
He's an executive administrator.
That's it. The reason why they're executive administrator because they're administrating your estate.
And a judge can't enforce a code. He has to enforce law.
Yes.
An administrator can enforce the code of your thing, your policy. Your administrators enforce your policy. And see, this is what y'all understand. When a company says, no, we can't do that, it's against our policy, that's not law. That's your policy. You can do this. You're just choosing not to. Under some fake auspice. Go by the law.
$1.5 million, Bubba. I thank you, Boogaloo.
Exactly. You see that? And that's the codes that go with them. Like you could look that stuff up and put that. Look, and you could put that in your arsenal for later. Put that in there for later. Don't tell nobody. You're not even messing with judges when you go to court. Fuck, man. These people crazy. But that's the social program because people think these people got all this damn power when they don't have no powers. The only power they got is okay. Look, hey, look, you know this is at the basket, right? Like when people say dark skin, this is an at the basket, bro. You know how people say, oh, the Native Americans are at the basket? Yeah, the hell yeah, this is an at the basket man. He dark as hell. If you would never know he was an at the basket, you would say that was you, huh? Fuck no, look at his hair. Look at his fucking hair. His hair say, oh, I'm not you, and you're not me.
Their skin doesn't even look like the coloring of this. None of us are that color. I don't give a damn how dark we are. We're not that color.
The fuck?
I keep telling Tonto he not from here, and he keep acting like he from here. I keep telling Tonto he not from here.
Man, look, I be seeing people on TikTok be having this exact picture and be saying, yeah, that's us. I'm like, nigga, come on, man. Calm down, man. Look at that nigga hair, man. I know my hair is not 4C, my shit is 3C, but my shit don't even do that shit, man. It's hard to get my hair to do that shit. You know how much gel I gotta compact on my shit? Miss Stacey, you know how much gel we gotta put on our hair to do that shit?
Okay,
and you would know, because you a greaser. You know what I'm saying? You would know.
Man, why you
to get it?
Hold on, Astro.
To get it straight. To even get it to lay down like that straight, you got to put some heat on it. You got to bust the clothes down.
He talking about I'm a greaser. Hell yeah, I was a greaser too, man. I was popular. The people want to look off my test paper, yeah.
She would know from her greaser days about that hair.
Yeah, I be packing grease in this shit. This shit is packed with grease right now, you hear me? Packed up. Oh shit. But it be funny when you see your own people doing the shit and you be like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know that fuck that ain't shit that look like no fucking grandma. How you fucking Asiatic? When you became Asiatic, you always talk about the Native Americans are Asiatic and they came across the land bridge. Did your fucking ass come across the land bridge? That's how you became Asiatic? Cause how the fuck you Asiatic, man? I'm still trying to figure that one out. Cause the only way you can be Asiatic is if you come across that land bridge. Did you come across the land bridge? Yes or no?
Yo, thank you. Did you?
You saying some fucking Asiatic? How the fuck you Asiatic? You didn't come across the land bridge.
Did you put skin on your feet and walk over the snow, nigga?
Hell no.
Did you tie skin on your feet up with some bark and walk across the snow? Because if you did,
man.
So stop acting like you was already there.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, how the How you Asiatic? You came across the fucking land bridge, man. Y'all better stop this fucking bullshit. I'm sick of y'all doing that shit. Talking about y'all came across that land bridge.
I showed you the video of Jackie Chan next to the Indian dude dressed like an Indian. Jackie Chan dressed like an Indian.
He looked just like him.
Oh my god, just like him. It's my dude.
Look, and this is shit that I be talking about. Like when I'm scrolling through TikTok, I'm looking at every fucking thing. I'm not just motherfucking scrolling. I'm looking and I'm looking. You hear me? So when I first got on TikTok, okay, this is one of the pictures that me and my cousin used to show in the live and said that we was the Indian more, right? But me doing my research, because this is when I first got on TikTok and stuff, and I was just helping people research, because I like to research. I was just helping them research and shit. So I was researching this shit, and I was like, hold on, this not us, because this person comes from India. This can't be me. And they was just trying to reinforce, like, you Asiatic and you this. I'm like, how the fuck I'm Asiatic? But me being me, I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I'm gonna go with it because we kinfolk, so you're not gonna lie to me, so I trust you. You know what I mean? I trust you. Right now, I'm here right now. This is where we at right now, right? I'll go into this live, and these people have this on their screen, and it's all Moors, and they talking about we used to be the Indians, but they classify us as Moors, and then they turn us into Indians again. And I'm in that bitch. I'm listening and I'm looking. I'm like, man, this shit is deja vu, because me and my cousin used to be talking about the same shit. But me doing the research, I know it's not me. I know for a fact it's not me. But to see the Moors have it on their screen is like really like, what the fuck was I doing? I was really out here psyop. You know what I mean? Like that shit brought back memories.
It was just the beginning of, the knowledge of you learning.
Like I said, it was the beginning, you know what I mean? So I was just interested in just, researching, helping, But me researching on my own and stuff like that, that's why people started slowly seeing me shift to my genealogy only. Because I was only talking about the French Empire, because that's where I come from, Louisiana, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing I was running, because I know this shit right here was not me. And I know I'm from Louisiana, so I know I'm part of that French Empire. I know I am. I know I was there. You know what I mean? So I was running that. But that's why I started straying away from that shit, because I was like, man, I'm not no Indian or no more. I don't have that shit in my genealogy, because the shit used to piss me off. Because everybody used to have that shit in their genealogy, and I don't. I got French shit in my genealogy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? I'm like, why the fuck I ain't got no land patents? Why is my genealogy so unique from these people saying they got all this stuff and I ain't got none of that shit? You see what I'm saying? So it started making me feel bad. That's why I started researching other shit. Why they make you feel bad on this app when you not know Indian shit? Like they used to make you feel really fucking bad. You know what I mean? So that's why I just stirred away from that shit, because to see people do this shit is not us. See this? You see this? What you see on that shit? It say Freemasonry. Why the fuck is that you on them? Their relation to the sacred mysteries of Egypt, Greece, what they say, China, and India. Is that any of you?
No.
You see how I say in the interior to the temple of Solomon? You see that shit? Like, is that anybody on this fucking panel? That's not none of us on this fucking panel. None of us got these ancient motherfucking locations in our genealogy.
No, no. Do y'all know what they was doing? You better not want to claim that.
Exactly.
You know what them folks was doing on them rituals? Do you, by the thousands.
Look at this. Y'all think this, y'all?
No,
do that look like y'all? That's fucking She-Nagas. That's motherfucking Indian people. That's motherfucking motherfucking Sheba. That's who that is. That's Sheba them. Okay, y'all look. When I was at Jason's house, we watched Apocalypto. I was dreaming about the fucking movie. The movie was so motherfucking real. It was in my subconscious when I went to sleep. Okay? The ancestors showed me some shit that I'll never forget. Man, that ain't us, bruh. That's not us. We don't come from the underworld, because if you even do like the synchronicity of everything, it'll tell you that America is the upper world. Mexico, South America is the underworld. Queen Moon, Isis, all that shit, it comes from the underworld. It comes from South America, which is the underworld. That's not none of us. We don't come from no fucking underworld. I don't even have Mexico in my genealogy, so how the fuck I come from the underworld? We don't have none of this stuff. You see what he holding in his fucking hands? Y'all don't see them skulls in his hands? Y'all don't see none of this shit, man? You don't see this? Who the nigga that look like a Native American? Nigga, that ain't no fucking me. Miss Stacy, do that look like you? Because I saw you plenty of times. They don't look like you. They don't look like your motherfucking stones.
Because this one right here.
Hell no, that ain't me. You know better.
Man, don't that look like an Asian man at the fucking counter asking me if I want motherfucking soy sauce on my bag?
That's all you did. What's his name? From South Korea.
But nah, but
Lock it in.
this one. I fuck with all these people here. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because they taught me all this. And I will tell you, they taught me all of it. Yes, they taught me everything. That's how I'm able to go back and debunk it. Because you taught me everything. Okay? So when people be coming in here, oh, I taught you this. You fucking did. You sure the fuck did? You did. And I'm able to debunk your ass now. Because you did. You showed me everything. All the scripts, all the motherfucking thing. Everything. You showed me this shit for 2 years. I learned everything from y'all. Everything. So for me to go back and flip that shit and say, hey, that's not me because it's not in my genealogy, or hey, that's not me because that's from South Korea, or hey, that's not me, that's a fucking Shinaga from the motherfucking Dutch East India Company. Simple. That's real research. That's not just reading Freemasonry books. Okay? I don't have 1,000 books. Matter of fact, I got about 5 books. Okay? And I only got them 5 books because I like the pictures in them. It has nothing to do with the motherfucking words. I like the pictures. Ain't got shit to do with me. I like the pictures, okay? So when a motherfucker say, I got 1,000 books, you do? Good. That's why you program. Continue getting programmed with your 1,000 fucking books. Right? With your fucking 1,000 books. I got books too. The House of Rothschilds. With the double-head eagle that everybody keeps saying, oh, that's us. Oh, it is? Oh, you a Rothschild now. You is? Don't even know Rothschild actually means that's the children of Ra. The black-faced people from Mesopotamia, that's they fucking people. You see?
A combination of Ra and Thoth. They try to take from the Greek mysteries, the ancient mysteries.
And look, and that's the gene splicing that we be talking about. You see? But their original father is Ra. The black-faced people that come from Mesopotamia, motherfucking the Sunnis, them dark-skinned people. Yeah, that's all of them over there. Why you think this? Okay, now you can see the correlation with Africanism. Because Ra come from Africa. Ra come from fucking Egypt. That's African. So when people say I'm Egyptian, I'll be looking at them like, you Egyptian, but that's African.
And here it is. It's at least they're in their false interpretation of what any of that shit. They don't know. They just want to make it their own. And now you got, because you know, how about this? Y'all know the Byzantine symbol is that, right? Y'all know
Yeah.
that. So y'all know the Ottomans and the Christians combined. What is that? What are y'all looking at? What are we looking at?
We looking. This right here it means past and future. When you combine them together, it has to do with Freemasonry. It means in order to master the future, you have to master the past to bring them together into one bird with the two-headed bird. Mastering, you know what the past look like, you know what the future look like, because you already mastered the past. That's why I'm teaching people how to do genealogy and mastering the past of their ancestors, because you're gonna know where you're going. Because if you don't know what happened in the past, you damn sure ain't gonna know what's going on in the future. It doesn't make sense because the life doesn't work like that. It doesn't. You only gonna do shit that vibrates with you, even if you sleep up. That's just natural. That's just natural occurrences. But when you start really sitting down and mastering the past, you're gonna know why you're doing what you're doing. You already know the next step you're gonna make. You're gonna know how your kids gonna live because you already mastered it. And you could fix it. It's almost like jumping into a timeline and disrupting some shit to change the future. That's what we're doing. We're disrupting the past to change the future. You know, in those movies, when they be going time traveling and shit, we're time traveling to the past, right? And we're going back to fix it. Whatever needs to be fixed, we're fixing it so we could disrupt the future. Because if we don't fix it, we're still going to be on the same path. Do that make sense for everybody? What's going on, brother? Peace. Peace, brother. What's the deal? All right, now. I say. I'm just showing the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing them the art of mastery, because when they know mastery is the highest thing in Freemasonry, is mastery. Like, the only thing they mastering is the past and the future. That's all they doing. They ain't doing no fucking. People think they ain't doing fucking magic and shit. Now, these niggas in there reading books. These niggas in there reading books. And they're not reading nothing else, because it's about knowing the past and the future so you could fix it. If you can't fix it, but they got them doing it like it's a secret. Like, it's a secret. Black and white is at the beginning. Because if you know anything about Freemasonry, black and white is all the way at the bottom. It's on the goddamn floor. So if anybody say we black and white, you know what kind of level they on? You know where they fucking mind at? It's on the floor. Simple. That shit is on the floor.
That's it for me.
Let me show you. Let me show you some shit. Let me show you some shit, brother. Why I'm saying what I'm... Because people don't even get that part. Because you know, I put it in simple terms like that because I have to teach my kids this stuff. So I put it in real simple terms. That's why people are like, I get exactly what you're talking. I know you do, because I'm not about to be talking with all these big ass words. I ain't got time for that shit. Okay. This picture, right? Where's the black and white? On the fucking floor. So if you can't get your mind from off the fucking floor between the black and white, your ass still gonna be stuck. Because you still talking about black and white fucking Indians. Mine on the fucking floor. Your mind is... Look, their mind is so fucking gone. Like, they can't even compute about black and white right now because they so stuck on black Indians. I'm like, nigga, leave that shit alone. That ain't got shit to do with you. Yep. Stop doing that. Because it's a distraction to our community. And while we're distracted like this, the United States is moving Israel on the land. They're moving South Africans on your land to replace old motherfucking slaves. Like, they doing all this type of shit. They sold their fucking sovereignty to China. They doing all this type of shit. And nobody, they just... This is me. That's not you. I'm like, well, fuck.
We just said, new woman, this is me.
This is me. This is me, brother. I saw my home, brother.
from a better.
But this is what is so powerful about signs and symbols, because when you start understanding what a sign and a symbol is, guess what? You're gonna know exactly what the fuck is going on. Because just because I told you black and white is on the floor, your mind should already expand. It should already expand just by me saying black and white is on the floor. So are you on the floor? No, we're not on the floor. So get the fuck up. Stand up on your feet. Because right now you're crawling on the goddamn floor like a baby. That's why they call you a minor, because you're on the floor with the black and the white. Get the fuck up. Leave it alone. So you could go to the next height of your fucking awakening, your enlightenment, as we would call it, right? Because what's the next thing? It's Pandora's box. So now you gotta, you black and white, you stand up, you gotta go through Pandora's box. What is Pandora's box? That's going through your life. Reading your life, right? To retouch your soul, huh? You see that right there? Your soul, baby, your soul. You gotta light it up. Even though it's the Hanukkah, I'm not talking about the fucking shape. I'm talking about the burning of the soul. That's it. This is Freemasonry. But you gotta stand the fuck up first. Stand up. Please stand up. I beg of you to stand up. If you need me to beg you some more, I will beg you some more. Please stand the fuck up. Get the fuck off the floor. Cause it just be sad cause like I said, I read all type of shit. And I don't have ChatGPT. I just be reading shit. Like shit just be coming to me like, research this shit. All my ancestors say, research this, my love. I'm like, okay. And I research that shit and I'll be like, whoa, hold on, ancestor. Why you made me research that shit? You know what I mean? Because I literally listen to myself. I don't listen to nobody else. I listen to myself. If myself say research a fucking battery in a remote, guess what myself is going to do? I'm researching a battery in a fucking remote, okay? Because myself told me that. No, nobody else told me that shit. Myself. I'm listening to the voice within, you know what I mean? Because the voice within is what you lighten your soul back with, you know what I'm saying? So, for one, just get off the floor. And for one, you know you ain't no Mason, right? So you know you ain't no motherfucking Indian, right? So you know you're not you're not a cop, are you? Okay. We don't fuck with the pigs, do we? Okay, so how the fuck you an Indian if you not a police and you what? So basically, you telling me you fucking with the pigs because you an Indian. You fuck with the pigs. Because I asked the OG on the street. He told me if I told him I was an Indian, he was gonna scrape me on the floor. Man, he was gonna scrape my ass up. Are you not understanding what the fuck I'm saying? I'm talking to people on the streets. I'm not reading shit. I'm talking to a gangster on the street, and I asked them about this shit because I know about signs and symbols, and according to the American Indian and the Native American signs, they actually are Roman eagles, right? So I'm asking the OGs, and I asked them, they told me they'll scrape me up. I never say I'm an Indian in front of no OG. Ever. Not no street nigga. Ever. Unless you're trying to get scraped.
I swear, unless you're trying to get straight.
Unless you're trying to get straight. Now, but now, since TikTok is out and shit, like I'm starting to see, but I don't really think they like OGs, that the OGs that I was talking to. I don't think they them OGs that I was fucking talking to. I think they fucking putting on a persona because they don't know about sex.
See, the Rothschild or Rothschild as the main sons are Maya sons. And see, the Mayates are the indigenous ones. That's why they call us copper brown people, Mayates. And see, this is where you'll understand when the two becomes one, because Ra and Mayat are the divine principles of life. Then you have Christ and Sophia, who creates the soul, which is El, right? So you got the El-ites calling there the light of El, which is your actual soul, but you've forgotten that. it is important that you remember where they get these terms from. The elites, they pronounce it as elites, right? But it's the L-ites, which is really, they're just trying to say they have higher understanding than you. Then the Masons are saying they have a higher order of law than you. And the Rothschilds are saying they are the top tier of all humanity because they literally are just hoarding information. But the time has come for you to tap into your soul memory because you come from El. You are the Elohim, right? The Elohim is the El of him. No. See, this is the juicy stuff. When we get the word nun and night is because of Ma'at's people in principle, right? So you have to understand that the nun is the void, which is potentiality. It is the empty space. It is Kemet. It is darkness. It is the dark sun that creates form into matter. This is why you have the night. These are
Masons, Ma, son. Ma meaning mother, son as an offspring of the mother. This is where that comes from, where she started to teach him. So who was writing these scriptures? Well, the symbols and the oracles, because she would know. She understood the laws. This is why you have George Washington coming in here, and they're telling you that in 1789 he was the first president of the United States of America. Well then, how is it this thing had been running for 13 years, all the way up to George Washington, and you telling me he's the first president when anytime you incorporate anything, even to this day, you better have a president, vice president, secretary, chair, co-chair, all these other things. You better have that in place before you incorporate. Otherwise, this is not considered a true legal entity. So, not to mention, they're not telling you about the Continental Congress and the 6 presidents before George Washington. Meanwhile, you got these people over here that started the United States of America. The vast majority of the presidents in this so-called Continental Congress were melanated. But they don't want you to know that, because then that doesn't fit the narrative that you came over here on some slave ships. This is why. This is the membership packet. These are representative of this dimension. She understood.
If I ask you to give me the true meaning of masonry, you will come and you will give me a good explanation, but you can't give me the true meaning of masonry. I know you don't know.
Okay, well, ask me the question.
What is the true meaning of masonry?
It's the building of the body, the building of the temple.
Yeah.
The physical body.
Right.
It's dealing with the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and the neck chakra.
Yeah, right. But you are right in so many words, but then it's only the
Freemasons won't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The masculine body is liney, symbolized by the number 1 or 1 line, and the female body is curvy, symbolizing the number 0, or circles. So this now reveals the secret behind the square and the compass.
Because I understand the truth. Masonry is not the Illuminati. Freemasonry is, or was, it originally started off as what science would be called today. Back in the days, there were several sects that knew the truth.
I see demons in my dreams. Versatile, I bought them sexy, not by X. I'm loaded now. Remember bitches, they won't fuck me. They want me now. I'm dripping blood out in public. I'm a devil child.
Explaining Mason.
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases. I'm a Mason.
Go lay your ass back down and come holler at me tomorrow when you sober. Cause you high right now. Go lay your ass back down and come holler at me tomorrow.
All right, so the camera is already on. The body camera is on, so we can make an official police report. Because I would like to make an official police report, please. Okay. So what I'm saying to you guys is that the cigarettes and stuff that I was receiving, this is why I called you from the beginning. Because the cigarettes and stuff.
That ain't what you explained to me.
I know, but I just didn't.
No.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.